No, I'm good. I mean, listen, okay, you're gonna do this on your own, and you're gonna be fine.
Right.
And you're not gonna worry about what anyone thinks and has to say.
I am excited. I usually don't get excited until it's closer. To me, it still seems so far off, but
Do you guys have a date?
we do. I'm not gonna share it.
Cope and cope until you can't anymore. And I finally hit my brick wall. I couldn't cope anymore.
Yo, y'all, the drama just keeps on escalating. So, it turns out that Lon is not at all happy after finding out that Taraji P. Henson is pregnant with none other than Ima's baby. Yes, that Udo, the same one who broke Nia's heart not too long ago by getting caught with someone they both knew. Talk about really stirring the pot. Now, here's where it gets all sorts of messy. Nia and Taraji have had their fair share of ups and downs in their friendship, but this is next-level betrayal. Taraji deciding to hook up with her friend's ex and then getting pregnant, especially when Nia and Ima were allegedly trying to work things out for the sake of co-parenting. That's crossing every line in the girl code rulebook. But hold up, let's take a quick detour. Remember when Taraji was engaged to Kelvin Hayden, the former NFL star? Fans were living for the engagement, and Taraji was looking absolutely glowing. But then, as Hollywood does, rumors started flying left and right. Out of nowhere, people began speculating that Taraji was pregnant, especially since she wasn't drinking at the US Open. Taraji clapped back real quick, shutting that down, saying, "I am not pregnant, y'all. Please cut it out. Somebody's got babies on the brain."
He's got babies on the brain, perhaps?
No.
Oh!
I'm not pregnant, y'all. Please cut it out.
She even joked that people thought she was pregnant because of her fiancé coddling her, but no, she was just pacing herself with a spritzer.
I was drinking a wine spritzer, so yes, there was alcohol. I was just pacing myself.
Well, wine spritzers are lightweight, I just want you to know.
Taraji made it very clear that she wasn't planning on having kids with Kelvin anytime soon. Fast forward to this new revelation, and it's like the universe hit us with a full circle moment. What's crazy is how quickly everything's spinning out of control. Taraji's doing her own thing now, but it's clear that this new pregnancy is bringing up some huge tension. And I'm sure Nia's got a lot more to say. Wow, talk about a full roller coaster of emotions. So, after Taraji and Kelvin seemed like the ultimate couple, planning a simple family-oriented wedding, everything came crashing down when they called off the engagement in 2020. Another casualty, right? But Taraji did seem genuinely happy with him, at least for a while. Now, fast forward to the scandal that shook everything up in 2022. You all remember drama, right? The Boston Celtics suspended him for an entire season after discovering he had an affair with a woman who, get this, was actually in charge of booking both his and Nia's travel. Talk about a betrayal on a whole new level. The scandal wasn't just about cheating. It was about workplace misconduct, which made it even worse. The real kicker, Nia was blindsided. She had just moved to Boston with their son when the news broke. And according to her, the hardest part wasn't just the public humiliation. It was watching her son process the whole thing. She even pulled him out of school that same day. Imagine being in her shoes, finding out about your partner's affair through the headlines while your kids' classmates are whispering about it. But then things seemed to take a turn. This year, reports say that Nia and Ima have come to a peaceful co-parenting agreement. She's spoken out about how they traveled together recently, even saying, "We've had a very public journey that has found its way to peace and understanding." Seems like they've both done the work to heal and find some kind of mutual respect for each other as co-parents. And honestly, after everything they've been through, I got to say, props to them for finding that peace. But let's not forget this peaceful co-parenting situation is all happening after Taraji goes and adds more fuel to the fire by getting pregnant with Ima's baby. You can see how this is definitely not going to be an easy road for anyone involved. And just when we thought things were starting to settle, boom, new rumors hit the internet.
Sir,
How far along are you?
I don't even know. I just couldn't get past it. She kept her fiance kept coddling her and holding her. So that makes me pregnant.
No, they're in love,
He
people.
does that to me all the time. Whatever.
Word is that Taraji and Ime Udoka have been spending a lot of time together lately, and some blogs are even claiming that she's pregnant with his baby. But here's the kicker. It's not just the pregnancy rumors causing a stir. People close to Nia Long are saying that she feels like Taraji has crossed a line this time. Now, let's rewind a bit. Back when Nia guest starred on Empire, there were whispers that things weren't exactly smooth between her and Taraji. Rumor has it that Nia was often late to set, which frustrated not only Taraji, but also the production crew. It got so tense at one point that producers even considered filming their scenes separately.
And not pregnant yet, but in the future.
No, we're done.
I love that.
He still has 3 little ones that aren't even teenagers yet. We're good.
Some insiders said the issue boiled down to ego. 2 women with long careers in the industry, both used to being stars, and it was only natural that the show being Taraji's would lean more in her favor. By the end of the season, things reportedly cooled off a bit, but that didn't erase the bad blood. There was even talk that Nia threatened to sue production after feeling like she wasn't given proper recognition or respect on her last day of filming. The crew claimed it was a misunderstanding, but that little drama definitely left its mark. Now, fast forward to today, and with these new rumors about Taraji and Emma, the old tension has come rushing back. It's no surprise that Nia would be upset, not only because of her personal history with Taraji, but also because of the ongoing emotional toll the whole Ime Udoka scandal still has on her.
The NBA overnight, the Boston Celtics officially suspending their head coach Ime Udoka for the entire season after he reportedly had a consensual relationship with a team staff member. TJ is here with more on this. TJ, they say that he violated a code of conduct.
Nia's son still struggles with the fallout from the affair. And now to hear that Taraji, someone she's already had issues with, might be involved with Emma, that's like reopening an old wound that's barely healed. And of course, the blogs aren't helping. They're calling it the ultimate plot twist, throwing gasoline on an already raging fire. You can only imagine how much this is stinging for Nia. It's messy, it's personal, and it's definitely going to make for one complicated future between these women. Okay, so now we're getting into some real complex territory. Some people are saying that Taraji might not even think she did anything wrong in this whole mess, especially since Nia and Ime aren't together anymore. From Taraji's perspective, she might see Ime as fair game, right? But if we're being real, it's not just about who's technically available. It's about respect and boundaries. And Taraji's known for being all about strength and independence, so this situation definitely shines a light on those deeper issues of respect. But here's where the real tension lies. The way the industry treats women involved in these scandals. When Ime Udoka got caught cheating, a whole bunch of big-name men like Shaquille O'Neal came out to defend him. And yes, of course they would, bro. But what's wild is how they downplayed the situation, brushing it off as just another common thing in the sports world. Nobody was talking about how deeply it must have hurt Nia. As one commentator pointed out, these men are all brothers when it comes to keeping each other's secrets. But once one of them gets caught, suddenly it's about race and privilege, not the women who were affected. That's the environment Nia had to navigate, and it's no surprise why this situation might trigger her. Meanwhile, Taraji has always been very open about how tough her own journey has been. She's raised her son, Marcel, as a single mother while juggling a demanding acting career. She's shared how exhausting it was working 12-hour days and coming home to a crying baby with no help. She's talked about how she wouldn't wish being a single parent on her worst enemy. But despite all that, she's built this strong, independent image. Maybe that's why she doesn't feel like she owes anyone an explanation. Still, if the rumors are true and she really is involved with Emma, especially if she's pregnant, that's going to hit Nia hard no matter Taraji's reasoning. And then to make everything even messier, some fans online are saying this whole situation could be Taraji's karma comeback. A sort of payback for how Nia allegedly treated her during the Empire days. Oof. Now we're getting into some real drama and the emotional stakes are sky high for everyone involved. This whole saga is far from over. Alright, let's take it to the next level. The way things are unfolding, it's like the drama just keeps stacking up. You've got Taraji, a woman who's always prided herself on being strong, independent, and unapologetically herself, now in the middle of a firestorm. On one hand, she's out here building an empire, raising her son, and surviving the hardships of being a single mom. On the other hand, she's finding herself embroiled in a situation that could shatter some of those very ideals she spent years building. The question becomes, did she overstep by getting involved with Ime Udoka? Is this a power move or a simple case of crossing a line that shouldn't have been crossed? Nia, meanwhile, is fighting a battle of her own. Years of personal hurt, betrayal, and public humiliation have all led to this very moment. The emotional weight she carries from the IMA affair is still fresh. And now, The added twist of Taraji possibly expecting Ima's baby makes it feel like the wounds are being reopened in the most public way possible. You can't help but wonder if after all this time, the world is finally catching up to the pain she's had to swallow in silence. It's hard not to sympathize with her. But here's the thing. This situation is more than just a catfight between two women over a man. This is about the way the industry treats people like Nia. The women who have to keep their heads down, make it through the storm, and somehow keep it together while the men in the same industry get away with it all. It's about the quiet sacrifices, the unsung battles, and the unspoken code of silence that keeps women from voicing their truths. Taraji may not think she's done anything wrong because she's navigating this world with her own brand of resilience. But the ripple effects of her actions are undeniable, and they hit hardest for Nia, who's been carrying the emotional burden for far too long. What's crazy is that this is the kind of drama that seems to feed into itself. People online are calling this Taraji's karma comeback, and it's almost like the universe has a funny way of balancing the scales. Was this all a setup from the start, or is it just one of those messy situations where the people involved can't help but become players in a game bigger than themselves? Either way, it's clear that no matter how much anyone tries to downplay it, this drama isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Alright, here we go again. The more you dig into this, the messier it gets. We've got Taraji, who's always carried herself as the epitome of strength and independence. But now she's caught up in a situation that might just tarnish that image. She's made it clear that her journey as a single mother and a career woman has been filled with struggles, but she's always carried herself with pride.
No, I'm good. I mean, listen. Okay, you're going to do this on your own, and you're going to be fine.
Right.
And you're not going to worry about what anyone thinks and has to.
Until now, the rumors swirling around her relationship with Ime Udoka have put her in an uncomfortable spotlight. And let's be real, if the pregnancy rumors are true, it's going to be a massive scandal that'll make people question her judgment. On the flip side, Nia Long is fighting a battle that goes beyond just the drama with Taraji. She's been dragged through public humiliation, first with Ima's affair and now with the possibility of Taraji being involved with her ex. Nia's been in the industry long enough to know how these things work, but that doesn't make it any easier to swallow. The emotional toll this situation takes on her isn't just about the betrayal of a friend. It's about the compounded weight of everything she's been through, the affair, the media scrutiny, and now this. Her son is still processing the fallout from Emma's affair. And having Taraji potentially step into that chaotic space only adds fuel to the fire. But let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. This isn't just about a few women clashing over a man. It's about how the industry handles these types of situations. For men like Emma, the world is quick to defend, dismiss, or downplay the consequences. Shaquille O'Neal and others rushed to Ima's defense. And suddenly, it wasn't about the pain he caused Nia. It was about race and privilege, making it harder for Nia to even get the space to grieve or be heard. This isn't just a story about cheating. It's about how the world protects men while leaving women to pick up the emotional pieces. Now with Taraji in the mix, it feels like the drama has taken on a life of its own. Fans are already calling it Taraji's karma comeback for how Nia allegedly treated her during Empire. Whether or not that's true, it adds a whole new layer of tension. Taraji's actions, even if unintentional, could very well be seen as some kind of cosmic payback. But no matter the reasoning, the fallout will be massive, and it'll hit hardest for Nia, who is already struggling with the emotional weight of everything that's happened. It's a complicated mess, and it's hard to say who's right or wrong here. But one thing's for sure, there's no way out without a whole lot of pain and drama. And this story is far from over. The only question left is how much more these women, especially Nia, can take before everything boils over. Alright, here's the final piece to wrap it all up. So, some people say Nia has every right to be upset, and honestly, it's hard to blame her. Taraji's actions have just ripped open old wounds. Wounds that were barely starting to heal. But let's not forget, both Nia and Taraji are strong women with huge fan bases. And the internet, oh, it's eating this drama up like it's the latest viral snack. But here's the thing, Nia's no stranger to hardship. She's made it clear before that nobody can truly break up a family. She's been through a lot and in her own way, she's staying strong through all of this. But there's a child in the middle of this mess. And that's where it hits hard. Nia's son, who already had to endure the public humiliation of his father's scandal, now has to process the idea that his dad might be having another baby with a woman his mom has beef with. You can imagine how tough that must be on him. It's not just another tabloid headline. It's his life, his family, and his emotions tangled up in this mess. Then we've got Ime Udoka. After his suspension, he's been trying to rebuild his image, focusing on his career as the Houston Rockets coach. But these new rumors are pulling him right back into the drama for all the wrong reasons. The media is not going to talk about his coaching. They're going to focus on the women, the alleged pregnancy, and the betrayal. It's all about the scandal, and it's dragging him into a narrative he's probably trying to leave behind. But here's the thing. Neither Taraji nor Emma has confirmed the pregnancy rumors. They've both stayed silent, but the whispers have already done their damage. For Nia, this isn't just gossip. It's her life, her family, and the emotional toll it's all taking on her. And while everyone else talks about the drama, Nia's focused on protecting her peace. She said it before, the best gift you can give your kids is to heal your trauma. Maybe that's what she's trying to do now. Shield her son from the chaos while still fighting to keep her own peace in the middle of the storm. Here's my honest take, though. This whole situation is just sad. Two talented, powerful black women who fought tooth and nail to get to the top, and now they're being pitted against each other over a man's mistakes. This is the kind of Hollywood story that always ends up hurting the women the most. And if Taraji really is pregnant with Emma's baby, we'll know soon enough. But even if she's not, the damage has already been done. The rumors alone have reopened old scars. At the end of the day, it's a tough situation for everyone involved. You can't just undo these things once they're out in the open, but that's the nature of this game. So, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll catch y'all in the next.